Yoruba people will say, "Owo ti kan wo." Hello, co-counsel. Good day, ma.
How are you?
Fine, ma.
You see this case, Yeyekudi?
Ma.
If care is not taken, they will kill those boys.
If you have never paid attention before, I want you to pay attention to this one on this channel, as you're about to hear some very strong, in fact, what you're about to hear will shape the justice that we are talking about, the justice for Mohbad. And like I've always said, it is not only about the RIP of Mohbad and the justice. It is larger than that. It spreads into the fabric of our society. This is serious. This is serious. Poverty is one of the worst things that can ever happen to you in life. And also, the biggest of it is injustice. Injustice. When there is a deliberate move to stall justice, when there is a deliberate attempt by those who are the custodian, those who are supposed to be the umpire, who are supposed to be in charge, when there is a deliberate conspiracy, deliberate move by this group of people to stall justice, you know what it means? The key witnesses on the RIP of Mohbad, do you know what's happening to them? Well, you are going to find out. That is why I want you to pay attention to this one from the beginning of it till the end. Because they think that this case will be swept under the table. They feel that once they can press, muscle, crush, RIP this one, delete that person, they think with that, that's all. But we will not stop talking. Before we proceed, like and share this video. Tap on the subscribe button if you have not done so. Very important. Turn on the notification bell. Like and share this video. Let's get right into it.
They had, can I give you people? They had plans. Why those boys are hurting? They had plans to try and release spending. Unknown to spending, I even regret even coming to share some things. You understand? The storyline new. And this is the reason why now I believe those boys. Assuming this didn't happen, I probably will still be thinking, at least they gave them fair hearing now. Who is lying? But the moment some things, people that heard them, you know, some of us that spoke to them, some of them said talking to more than necessary. They went and they brought back spending. What's that boy's name? Prime Boy. And told him, he started asking for tax clearance. From there, spending that was already granted bail, they changed her. I thought it was a joke. Those boys are even angry now. I won't mention the one or two people on TikTok. They don't want to talk to them because they were on board when we spoke. They don't want to talk to them. They don't want to. Because they believe that some of the things that were spilled is what cost them this tighter security, remanded back in custody. Those boys are fighting Pharaoh, no Goliath. Those boys are fighting Goliath. You know, it is sad. Ìjà yìí ó ti tough in the ní parọ́ fún yín. Ìjà yìí ó ti tough. It's not a matter of Nigeria is a lawless country, auntie mi. Ìjà yìí ó ti tough. Ìjà yìí ó ti tough. It's not a matter of Nigeria is a lawless country, auntie mi. Ìjà yìí ó ti tough. It's not a matter of Nigeria is a lawless country, auntie mi. Ìjà yìí ó ti tough. It's not a matter of Nigeria is a lawless country, auntie mi. It's not a matter of Nigeria is a lawless country. Oh. Kí o má wọ trouble. Because some of you do not understand the two things. That's why some of you don't want to go and do business back home. Ẹ má torí kí o kọ́ má bá àwọn people yìí, kí o má wọ trap wọn bá wọn dòwò pọ̀. I don't know how Baba Mohbad. Poverty ò dáa. Wọ́n fi àjùlọ ó fi hàn Baba Mohbad. Let me tell you something. Even the people that you call activists, oníjẹkújẹ ni pé púpọ̀ nù wọn. Àtobìnrin o, àtọkùnrin o. Oníjẹkújẹ ni púpọ̀ nù wọn. They are very selective in what they do activists upon. Activist is meant to be for everybody. You shouldn't be selective. It's not like that for Nigerians and in Nigeria. This Mohbad's case opened my eye to understand a lot. Look, my dear ones, èmi ò ní parọ́ fún yín. It is deeper, even Sanwó-Olú gan kò sí help tó fẹ́ ṣe fún wa nínú ọ̀rọ̀ yìí. Òun gan ọwọ́ ẹ̀ bọ́. Ó ń sọtọ́ fún yín ni o. Those of you that have brain, I think you should be able to understand me. Ọwọ́ ẹ̀ ó bọ́. They have changed, brought in new IG, CP kìnìkan. Àtúwò ara táwọn fẹ́ dá o. The moment some of them see the truth and they want to do it truthfully, they remove them and bring another one. Anyone that stands up and want to be truthful, if you can't join them, you get out. They sack you, they remove you. Look at this case of Mohbad. Àti wà lẹ́nu ẹ̀sìn oṣù mẹ́ta. And why is it that the police now, or whoever it is, why is it that they are not allowing, there's something we call emergency sitting now. How can you release someone on bail, then go and rearrest that person that same day again? That same day again, and say that that person should come back to the station for tax clearance of mother, father of their generation. And since then till now, you people have refused. Even when now they've done all everything, you have still refused that boy to come out. What is it that boy did that you people now have a change of mind? We are not dummies. It's clear something isn't right. It's quite clearing. But because those people don't have a voice, oh moyo, ó fẹ́ fi ojú ọlá, ó fẹ́ fi gbá àwọn people yẹn. Because pending have said, I am in the car. I am an eyewitness. Because in the first place, can I ask you people, Wunmi also said it now in the court of law. I told that DJ, why didn't he send the picture of the hands to nurse? Because the nurse demanded for it. She told the DJ to send the picture of the hand to the nurse. And by the time they sent the picture of the hand to the nurse, she was almost at the gate. So spending in this matter shouldn't even be in the detention for anything, because it's not the one that puts across the call to the nurse at all. They called him. Why spending? Why spending? After all, we learned Mohbad lives in a posh area. Lekki la pe. Why spending? Clearly, if there was profuse bleeding from Ikorodu, as the police so said, clearly, come to think of it, would Mohbad have refused going to the hospital? The Mohbad that we know, that don't want to die, ẹ má jẹ́ kí n kú, ẹ má tí n bá kú, Naira Marley ni, tó bá pa mí wù mí, àwọn family mi ṣó lè pa wọ́n ni, ẹ má jẹ́ kí n kú. That Mohbad that cries, kò fẹ́ kú rí, ó bẹ̀rù kú, will be bleeding profusely and will refuse to go to the hospital. The same Mohbad that was changed from his room, they carried him to another room, Adura's room, because the AC in his room is not working. That same Mohbad, because remember, the nurse said he was weak. That same Mohbad will refuse to go to the hospital tó ti ń rí pé òun ti ń weak. Lẹ́ẹ̀gbẹ́ jìgbàjìgbà. Ó yá, hospital yá. Someone that was that weak bled profusely. I will never forget the police, their word. It rings in my head. Be it X-ray, ni wo fi hàn wá, be it picture of the hand ni. But in everything we saw, we are still yet to see the hand that went into the glass and bled profusely, said by the lawyer, police. And he said, even the police that spoke that day, ọlọ́pàá èmi máa kó gbogbo wa ni. He needs to be thoroughly interrogated. I learned they have promoted him, the Ibrahim. I learned he has been promoted. I don't know. Go and do your findings.
So as it is, the cover-up is clear to everyone, unless you are not looking or you are not seeking for justice. The cover-up is clear. How can a man or a young person that was around Mohbad, he has not committed any crime that we know of, no one has roped him, no one has said he is this, is that, the Nigerian police held on to him and they are requesting for bail. They released him, I think, with 2 million or thereabout, and they realized that the guy has info, or they did not know that he was going to speak. They thought that prison or detention had done a lot on them. He decided to say what he knows. I'm talking of spending now. And immediately Nigerian police realized that these guys are going to break open their secret, break open what they have been trying to cover up. They swung into action. They held him again, we arrested him, and also Prime Boy, Mohbad's childhood friend. They held on to both of them, and they increased the bail. Now, some are saying that the bail is not really to be to be paid. They said they are not. They just decided to increase this so as to protect them because of what could happen to them out there on the street. And I still do not understand this thing. I just cannot understand it. The street knows, everyone knows that these guys have information. We've spread it out that these guys have information. But the Nigerian police are hell bent on keeping them locked down. They do not want them to come out to say their truth, to say what they know. Are they protecting them so they will not jeopardize the case, the investigation? The Nigerian police have already said what they know. They said, this is what we know. And we realize that all that they know are conspiracy and lies. There is nothing that makes sense in what they've said. I'll recount few of what the Nigerian police said. That the bullying of Mohbad by Sam Larry, of course, is a known bully, and his record label boss, Naira Marley, of course, everyone knows that there is no single video of Naira Marley laying his hands or audio of him threatening Mohbad. How he did it, that is left for the Nigerian police to tell us. So they said the cumulative bullying of Mohbad resulted into what eventually happened to him. How? They cannot prove it. Two, they said that Prime Boy did not include himself in the fight, but there was a very serious fight. There was a serious fight that led into injuries that Mohbad later succumbed to. How? From the testimony of Wunmi, even though she came out later to say she was not there, that she was not there, that when she got back, she just saw that there is a scratch on Mohbad's hand. She refused to tell us that the fight, actually, the argument was about herself and Mohbad. The Nigerian police scratched that out because Wunmi's mom is a police officer. Now, do you guys get the conspiracy? To cover up, to lie. So, Wunmi somehow is scratched, erased out of everything. Now, if we are to go by video and audio and all of that, what about the audio recording of Mohbad screaming and saying, if you RIP me, make sure you RIP your family too? What about that? Why are they not interrogating Wunmi? No, not at all. Why is she not locked up? Why is she not being bailed because his mom is a police officer? They have sat down and primed up this to cover up. We might not be seeing justice for Mohbad if this is left to the Nigerian police to take care of or to handle. We will not be seeing it. Ilerioluwa Aloba, aka Mohbad, will not get justice. And from the beginning of the audio, you heard that if this is not looked into properly, there is a huge possibility that these guys with media Waterloo, they will RIP them. I'm talking about the key suspect. They will do something to them, either scare them or whatever it is that they are going to do to them, bully them, tell them that they will be shot. They know all they need to do is to bring them out, and the Nigerian police, they know how to torture people. They know how to break into someone's psyche. They can just bring those boys out and say, hey, stay there, and handcuff them somewhere, and they will bring out like 2 or 3 guys that have nobody. Poverty is a bad thing, and the worst of it is if you don't know anyone, you'll be messed up. Nigerian police will parade you and put guns in front of you like you're an armed robber, whereas you have nothing to do with crime. Maybe they were just busting one street and they saw you buying something, they pick you and they put you, if you don't have family members. In fact, this bail of a thing has to be stopped in Nigeria. How can you bail? They say bail is free. Then you come in there, they ask you to pay. Who is even taking that money? They say that's what they use in maintaining the police station. Anyway, back to what I'm saying. These guys, they know a lot of things. So what the Nigerian police might do is you just shoot some people who have nobody. Shoot them on their ankles. Bust them in their private parts. We've seen videos of this several times. They can burst them in their private part, burst them on their legs. Once these boys see these things, they'll be like, what? This could become the end of us if we are not careful. They might even say these guys tried to escape, so the Nigerian police had to do what they had to do. Of course, people will throng out on the street. They first need to see if Nigerians, if people are concerned about the rearrest of these guys first. Once they see, they are always on social media. Very wicked group of people as you see them. Very terrible people. So that's why we are screaming and saying justice for Mohbad cannot be covered up. And also, it has now become justice for Prime Boy. Justice for spending. These 2 guys, they want to say the truth. They want to tell the Nigerian police. They want to help the Nigerian police. They want to help those seeking for justice, but they do not want them to confess. They do not want them to say, no, not really confess. They don't want them to tell the truth. It is Wunmi that needs to confess, but she is enjoying herself, relaxing, looking for lawyers that will help her cover up. Injustice indeed. Wunmi, you are the chief, the prime suspect in this case. You are the prime suspect and there is no hiding place for you. You have nowhere to hide. Justice will definitely find you. Karma is real. Regardless of what your mother thinks or what rituals or diabolic whatever that you guys are engaging to avert justice, it will haunt you, it will get you. You already know, unless you are not in any way part of this RIP. Unless you are not. Unless truthfully, you are not. But from what we are saying, you are. But if you are not, then you will be free of it. But if by any means you have that, you got yourself involved in it, you did it, you executed it, you did what you needed to do in whatever way that you did it, karma will deal with you. And this one is not karma that will take too long. No, we are not waiting for that long one. It will deal with you physically and spiritually. Justice must be served. What nonsense is this? What nonsense is this? If the Nigerian police really kept those guys in custody to save them, well, we will find out soon. But what we need to know is, why are they stalling justice for Mohbad? Why are they keeping it? Why are they pretending like justice is being sought for, and they are covering up things? They don't want nobody to know what's going on. They are not really saying the truth. They are not really being, they are not really forward with info or anything. They're just keeping it mute. What gets people upset is that the chief suspect, prime suspect, are the ones that are moving around the street, while those that are witnesses to it are the ones that are kept in custody. For them knowing the truth, for them saying the truth, for them being there is the crime that they have committed. So guys, I don't know what you think about this one. This is really getting upsetting. It's really getting a lot of people angry. Like, seriously? Is this how? Well, you see, this Mohbad of a thing, and the way they've gone around it and the way they believe they can go around it is actually going to lay a bad precedent. And this will be repeated. Imagine if it were a richer person or a rich person or if a popular, when I say, one of those politicians. Do you think this case would have been handled this way? No, not at all. Hell, heads will roll. They would have secured Mohbad's house, CCTV this and that. And we're even hearing that CCTV existed and that they already erased the tapes. They took it off. That's the first thing that Mohbad's widow's mom, the police officer, ordered them to do. These are the things we heard. What do you think about this one? Drop your comment, like, and share. See you in the next update.